Good morning and happy Mermaid Marathon day 1. This is going to be the start of my Mermaid Marathon reading vlog. Mermaid Marathon is my mermaid, pirate, island, ocean themed readathon that we are doing July 1st through July 14th. I will link the announcement video up in the cards as well as down below in the description. I'm not sure what time you're seeing this, but there may be a couple days left where you can jump in if you want to join the reading party. But it is 7:30 a.m. on Monday morning. Mondays are the main day that I don't work from home, so I am heading out the door here very soon. But thankfully I am able to do audiobooks while I work, and I get a lot done in particular on Mondays because I'm doing a lot of things like with my hands and like packing up boxes to ship and things. My reading plan is I'm going to do The Mermaid's Mirror by L.K. Madigan. This is like a 7-hour audiobook. That combined with the fact that I've been wanting to read it for a while and it's a standalone is why I'm going to kick the readathon off with this. 7.5 hours will take me probably around 4 hours to finish, so I should be able to get this done while I work today. I have about 45 minutes of driving both ways as well, so should be able to get this done and start something else. When I get home later from work, I will pick a physical book to read as well, so we'll chat about that a little bit later. I may swim at my parents' house after work today as well, so I may get some reading done by the pool. It depends on like how quickly we get done. Summertime usually is a little bit slower for us, but we did have a sale for 4th of July week, so it's kind of up in the air. I did get a lot of my work from home stuff and my videos kind of slightly ahead of schedule. I have a few things I need to do, but we've got a little bit more of an open week as far as work goes. I try to do that for the readathons. There are a lot of things I can do to kind of catch up in advance, which leaves my reading weeks just a little bit more open. However, it is 4th of July week, so Jeff will be off Thursday and Friday, and my brother's birthday is today and my sister's birthday is Wednesday. We call this Shark Week because it's just busy with all the birthdays and the holiday. I tend to actually read more during the week because I can listen to audiobooks while I work, and I work from home a lot, and I like to listen to audiobooks while I like clean and cook and do all those things. But when my husband Jeff is home, I actually read less. I've noticed I read a lot less on weekends and on trips because we really like to like hang out together and chat and do things. Like I'm a rare breed of an extroverted reader where I love reading, but I also love conversing with people and doing lots of things. So I read to kind of pass the time when I'm doing like mundane tasks. So I'm the opposite of most, where I get most of my reading done like during the week versus the weekends. But we're gonna do our best since it's a readathon. I've got so many books that I want to read and talk to you guys about. We're doing both the Mermaid and the Pirate reading challenges. We're doing both the Mermaid and the Pirate photo challenges. I took a few of my photos in advance to schedule on Instagram, but we need to take some more during the week. We're gonna do some pirate mermaid themed activities. We're gonna make some pirate mermaid themed food and watch some movies and hopefully have a fabulous couple of weeks. So if that sounds fun to you, then just keep watching and I will see you guys later. All right, I'm back home. I'm disheveled. I'm sleepy. It's now 7:30 p.m. So we had a little bit of a journey today. So I was going to read The Mermaid's Mirror, but I am feeling so sleepy today. At first I thought it was because Friday night, Jeff and I wound up staying up until like 2 a.m. and then having to get up kind of early. We just didn't get any sleep, and I like almost fell asleep on Saturday several times, and I just thought I was like recovering from lack of sleep because I kind of woke myself up a bunch of times too. But now that it's Monday and I'm still feeling this way, I feel like I might have a small cold. My throat is a tiny bit sore and I just literally want to just close my eyes and go to sleep. And I am not like a napping person, and even when I'm tired, I'll have like a harder time falling asleep. That being said, the narrator for The Mermaid's Mirror was not bad, but it was definitely more of like a younger YA kind of simple vibe, and I needed something a little bit more enticing to listen to, especially for my 40-minute drive because I seriously was so tired. The ironic thing is I chose something that was not fast-paced at all and fairly slow, but it did the trick. So I went with Our Wives Under the Sea. I believe this is considered an adult like literary horror. I could be wrong. It has mild horror elements, very small like kind of spooky factor, like very, very low, but it has other elements from horror in here with like kind of like a creepy atmosphere. This is such a hard one to review. So I chose this one partially because it was a 6-hour audio and because I was just kind of intrigued. So we're following a couple. We're following Miri and Leah. Leah is basically like a professional submarine diver. I think she might work for the military as well. and she has this expedition that she has to go on in a submarine, and you learn in the beginning that she winds up not coming back for like 6 months. Mary is kind of left home. It's kind of up in the air when she's coming back, and she's struggling with this. So you're bouncing back and forth between the two timelines of Leah on this expedition and things that are unfolding and happening that are a little strange, and then future tense where she's already back home with Mary, and Mary is talking about how she's not the same and kind of telling you about their relationship, like how they met and different things, but also trying to figure out what's going on with her wife. I don't want to say too much more because the point of this novel is to be very like fever dream like, and it accomplishes that quite well. So if you like super weird books, put this one on your list. This is definitely going to be like a 2-star or a 5-star for most people. For me, it was like a 3.5. The downsides to this book is there were a few parts that were slow, even though it's such a short book, and it didn't have enough of other elements that I wanted. Plus the ending is not entirely open-ended, but a little bit of kind of like that dreamy, hazy, build your own story quality. The pros to this is the atmosphere is great because you're following Leah for half the book while she's in this submarine, and you're getting a lot of those like ocean elements. She's telling you facts about sea creatures and water and the ocean. So that is something that I really love, is a good like ocean atmosphere, and I really enjoyed that. The writing is lovely. There is some creepy things that happen in here, a little bit of strange like spooky things. I don't think it was anything too intense, but if you're not used to this style of book, then it could definitely throw you off. The characters are also kind of cold and not super likable. They're not unlikable, but they're a little bit bland in their emotions. For some reason it didn't bother me with this particular one. I think I was just so interested in the submarine portion of the story and like what was actually happening that it kind of kept me entertained. Overall, it was like a 3.5. It's a good one for the readathon. Definitely super weird, definitely slightly on the horror side. But if you're looking for something like that, it did remind me a tiny bit of Into the Drowning Deep. Love Into the Drowning Deep way better, but because we're in this submarine, it had very slight elements to that. So one book down, not my favorite, but not the worst, and also one I've been wanting to read for a while. And today after work, I went and hung out at my parents' pool for like an hour. It was very hot today, and I had the best time reading Black Hearts by Nicole Casterman. So this is my first physical book of the readathon. If you've been following the other readathons, I have not been physically reading very much. I've just been really bad about putting my phone down before bed and just like picking up a physical book and being absorbed in it. I got 100 pages into this. So I'm a third of the way through. This is supposed to be a retelling of Blackbeard, or like a backstory on Blackbeard the pirate. He was known for striking fear into the hearts of even the bravest sailors, but once he was just a young man who dreamed of abandoning his rigid life to chase adventure in faraway lands, and nothing could stop him until he met the one girl who could change everything. So this is a young adult duology. Definitely has like those old school YA vibes. It is so good. I'm really loving it. We're following Anne, who is of mixed race, and her mother is from Curacao. She's always dreamed of like visiting her mother's homeland, and she's trying to kind of like save up enough money and steal enough things to get on a ship and go there. And then the son of the man that she works for longs to leave his privileged life and escape his arranged marriage and be a captain on the sea, but his dad is not having this. So we have two very feisty characters in here and some like angsty tension happening, and I'm just really liking it so far, like a lot. I'm gonna read some more of this tonight. We're doing so good. I would love to read like 100 pages a day, but since I haven't even read 100 pages in like the last week, we're counting today as a win. Then the last thing I want to share with you for tonight is I am part of like this girl group on Facebook that's more local. We like help each other find like Halloween decor and Christmas decor and like cool mugs and different things like that. But this time they actually did a summer book exchange, and so we all made little wish lists with books that we were wanting, and you were supposed to spend like a certain amount and then have some other bookish things, and I just got mine today. So perfect timing. So first of all, I'm not sure who my gifter was yet, but she got me this awesome bag that said my weekend is all booked. She put it on my door, which is really fun. Okay, this was at the bottom, so we're gonna open this one first, and it's a cup because our group is mostly known for cups and mugs. It's a fun thing. This is so cute. So it says, I don't know if you can see it yet with my ring light, but it says, "Shh, I'm reading." Super cute. One of these types of cups. Very fun. And then she put together this beautiful like bookish box with these flowers on it. That is so fun. Yay! And she got me The Only Purple House in Town. I've been wanting this one for a long time. This is by Anne Aguirre. I read this last year for Not So Scary-thon. It's like a cozy vampire paranormal romance, but it doesn't have spice. It's more just a cozy good time. It's like a vampire that takes over an inn, and it was just really, really cute and fun. That one was adult. And then she got me a little bell sticker. I got a cool little highlighter and some annotation stickers. Ooh, she got me some cute bookshelf earrings. Oh, cute! A little bookmark that you can kind of fill in yourself with your own titles. A little metal bookmark that says one more chapter, and a keychain that says that too. Super, super cute. So that's fun. Okay, I'm tired, so I'm gonna get off here and I will chat more with you guys tomorrow. So happy day 1. We're doing great so far, and I'll see you soon. Hey guys, happy Mermaid Marathon day 2. It is 12 p.m. on Tuesday. I have my little new mermaid cup. I said I wasn't going to get any more mermaid mugs. And then I saw the new little mermaid mugs from Rae Dunn at TJ Maxx a couple months ago. And I was like, nope, I don't need them. I have some already. And then I turned the corner and I saw this one, which was Under the Sea. And it has a little seashell saucer, and I caved and I got it. So we're using this today. All right, so first up, reading updates. I did not physically read anything else last night because I went to bed kind of early and crashed, but that's okay because I got a good amount in yesterday. I did start a new audiobook, so we'll talk to you about that in a second. I'm a little unsure of what my plans are for today. I want to get some stuff done. I'm not sure how much reading I will be able to do once 4th of July comes, because Jeff has off Thursday through Sunday, and I feel like I am the opposite of most like readers and booktubers. I actually read more during the week than I do on the weekends because I'm able to do audiobooks while I am working, and I do work from home and I work part-time, so I get a lot more done when there's not other people here. When Jeff's home, like I want to hang out with him and do stuff with him, and I've got an extroverted heart, so we like to go to coffee shops and do different things, but I am going to make an effort to physically read especially, and try to get in some audiobook time while he's here as well, but also like still be like an attentive wife. So I'm not able to do as much audiobooking because we are just like doing stuff and chatting, being cute together. So we'll see how it goes. I always try to make an extra effort during the readathons though, so we'll just have to play it by ear, but I want to get a lot in today and tomorrow because of that. I'm definitely feeling like I have like a very mild cold. I'm just like extra stuffy and feeling like a little bit tired. I don't feel terrible, but just like a little bit off. So I don't want to do like too much today and wear myself out and possibly make it worse. But I think we've got some stuff to do around the house. I may go to the beach. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to eat some lunch and kind of see how I feel and what I want to do. I've got a few errands and things I need to do. I really need to like organize my office and my bookshelves and do a lot of prepping and things. So we're going to kind of play it by ear. But I started Sing Me to Sleep by Gabby Burton today. So this one is not mermaids, but it is siren related, and it has some like ocean water elements. I'm going to read the synopsis here. So we have Circe Cercova, and she survives on secrets as the last siren in her kingdom. She can sing any man to an early grave, but her very existence is illegal, and if her true identity were ever discovered, it would be her life on the line. By day, Circe disguises herself as a fae, pretending to be the perfect soldier in training. By night, she satisfies her darker urges, working as an assassin for a dangerous mercenary. And all the while, she keeps the biggest secret of all, that she's not always in control of her siren powers or her desire to kill. Then a blackmailer threatens her sister, and Circe's investigation takes her to the royal palace and her most dangerous job yet, personal bodyguard to the crown prince. So I'm about 3 hours into this. This is a 12-hour audio. I have a few that are like 10 to 12-hour audios that I really want to get to for the readathon. So we may be reading slightly less than normal because I normally try to stick under 10 hours for my audiobooks, so I can try to get through like one a day. I am 3 hours into this. I think I have 9 left, so I should be able to get a big chunk of this done. It would be awesome if I could complete it. We'll see how everything goes. I'm really liking it so far. The ocean water elements are not super heavy yet, but as far as like a fantasy book goes, it's very good. We have like a obnoxious kind of cute crown prince character. I really like that, so that's really fun. We have this snarky female lead and she has this urge to kill people and she's got to hold it back, and it's very, very cool. So this is the first in a duology. Really, really liking the audiobook narrator as well, so yay. Not super like mermaidy or oceany though. Hopefully we get a little bit more of that. I need to pick like a solid mermaid book here really soon because our Wives Under the Sea was ocean related but didn't have mermaids. This one doesn't have mermaids. I want to get some pirate books in, and I've got a couple other like island books and things. So we're just gonna play it by ear and see how everything goes. My goal is to get at least 2 pirate books done per week, and then the rest is gonna be like mermaid, siren, ocean, island related. We'll have to see. Last year I had a really rough time for Mermaid Marathon because I was sick last year as well, which I only get actually sick like twice a year maybe. And last year I had like a fever coming on and I didn't know it until like day 5, and usually when I get sick I get like very anxious. It's like my body starts like freaking out about it, but I don't know that I'm getting sick. And so I was like not really liking my audiobooks and I was feeling really sensitive and I didn't really know why, and it's because I was getting a fever coming on. So I remember like fever dream reading some of the audiobooks and I was like down for the count, like sit on the couch and watch TV for a couple days. So hoping this readathon goes a lot better than that because I was really bummed that last year was kind of like not my favorite. But you can watch the reading vlogs. I feel like they were still fun. We still did some like mermaid island activities and I did read some books that I really enjoyed. So I will link both those reading vlogs from last year if you want to have something else fun to watch. So now I'm going to take you and show you the mermaid and pirate book stacks that I have that I would like to get to. Like some of them I'm going to physically read, some of them I'm going to audiobook, but I've got like a neat little setup in the living room that I do now. So I'm going to take you and show you those. Then I'm going to clean the house a little bit up and figure out what we're doing today. Okay, I have this little side table in my living room and I have this little box. So this has like most of my mermaid books that I want to get to. I have some more behind me. I'll show you in a second. Look at this cute little doll that my friend sent me right before the readathon that she made me with some of my favorite colors. I thought that was so cute and she looks like me. I love it. So we're doing Sing Me to Sleep right now. I'm waiting on my hold for Mermaids Never Drown, but I'd like to get to at least a couple of these. Then on my little entertainment center, we have some more of the mermaid books that didn't quite fit over there. The ones we're meant to find is Island and then Shape of Water. I think it's mermaid or like a water creature. I'm a little nervous about it, but I want to do it so I can watch the movie. I have a whole little setup over here. And then you guys look at this pirate ship that I got at Costco that is Disney and Halloween, but like perfect timing. I want to show you what it does. So it lights up and then so it has the same song that my Halloween house has. We all know that I am like a summer girl, but also I freaking love Halloween. So this blends both and I thought it was so cute. Okay, so next to that I have some of the pirate books that I want to get to, and then one that's just kind of underwater world. So these are the ones that I physically own, and then there are some more that I have on audio that I don't own yet. And happy Mermaid Marathon day 3. I tried to go a little bit more piratey today. I don't have a pirate baseball hat, so this is what we're dealing with, but I figured like the tan and then like some gold and stuff, give a little bit of some pirate vibes for the day. So I didn't check back in yesterday just because I didn't have like a ton to share. I did go to the grocery store and then I stopped at this like little nature center to take my book photo for tomorrow. I try to schedule at least half of my photos for Instagram before the readathon starts and then leave some of it open so that I can take some like as we're doing the themed activities and like as I'm reading books. Like if I like a certain book better than I expected and I didn't have a picture of it and I didn't have one for Thursday, and since we're going to be gone tomorrow for the holiday, I wanted to get it taken. So I got a really cool book map photo yesterday. Kind of went and looked over this area. My goal is to go somewhere with water and have like some sort of water element in the video, whether it's like a pool or a lake or a pond or the ocean. All right, so reading updates. I have not read any more of Black Hearts because I didn't physically read anything yesterday. Definitely doing that today though. I wanted to get more of my audiobook done, so I stayed up to like 8 or 9 like doing things while I was listening to the audiobook, and I got over halfway into Sing Me to Sleep. I'm actually really enjoying this, like more than I expected. However, it is not the best one for the readathon. There's not a lot of like ocean water elements. She is a siren, so she can like sing men to their death, but she doesn't have like a fin or anything. She doesn't live in the water. She does have water magic, so she can use the water for this, but the elements and the overall vibes are not super like nautical, ocean, like island heavy. It's definitely more of a fantasy, and it has more to do with fae because the fae are like the main people in this book. But there's a cute little romance happening, and I really like the political aspects, and I really like her connection with her sister and her family and her kind of hiding that she's a siren, and it's just really overall like a really good fantasy so far. So I'm over halfway. We're definitely getting this done today and hopefully at least starting another audiobook. And then last night I read about half of the first volume of One Piece, which I believe is a young adult manga, and this is a pirate manga. The reason I'm reading this is because I want to watch the TV show on Netflix because I heard it's really good. I want to at least read this first manga. I have a little bit of a harder time with mangas because they're black and white and I prefer to have the color. I think I've only read like 2 other ones. It's really fun so far. We're following like this younger kid at first, and he like wants to grow up and be a pirate king, but he can't swim and he kind of gets in trouble a lot, and there's all these like fun magical elements as well. It's a goofy kind of humorous manga for sure, and I heard the show is really good, so hopefully we watch that later this week for sure. I have a lot of like mermaid and pirate oceany movies that I want to get to, so maybe we can watch one later tonight if Jeff's not working too late. Also, this is my mug today to go with my pirate apparel. I got this amazing little parrot tiki mug last year from Disneyland. This is based off the Tiki Room. It was a cute little piratey mug. I actually don't have a pirate mug besides this, so not that I need one, but you know, kind of keep that in the back of my mind. Also, as the readathon goes along, let me know if you guys like this pirate versus mermaids, or if you prefer it to be more mermaid heavy, if we should do this again next year, or if I should do something like a little bit different and mix it up again. We'll always read like 1 or 2 pirate books during the readathon, but let me know if you like this kind of like pirates versus mermaids. It's definitely not an actual competition. It's just meaning like you either want to do pirate prompts or mermaid prompts or both. So let me know what you guys are thinking so far. The plans for today, I have to go to Costco. I'm gonna see if they have some flip-flops. My sister really likes these flip-flops called Flojos, and they had a really good deal on them at Costco, and I haven't really gotten her much for her birthday, which is today, but I'm gonna see her tomorrow. So I'm gonna go see if they have those, and I was gonna go to the beach, but I'm kind of running low on time because I need to come back and cook a bunch of stuff for tomorrow for 4th of July / my sister's birthday, because I have a lot of vegetables and things from the garden that I need to use up, and I'm gonna make some salsa and some zucchini bread and things. I'm feeling tired, so I don't want to wear myself out too much, but I need to get it done. And I was gonna walk ledge at the beach. Coles and stuff is kind of near the beach, and I don't want to have to go there twice, so I think I'm just gonna walk him at a park over here later today that has a big lake so that I can have my body of water for today, maybe take another picture or something. So that's the plan for now. I'm gonna listen to Sing Me to Sleep while I do that, and then I'm gonna squeeze in some reading time at some point also. But first, I got a package from my friend Megan, who is so kind. She sent me a box full of like bookish merch that she no longer wants. She she's like moving houses. Like, I'll send you this much amount of money, and she sent me this box full so that I can use it for future giveaways and things, because when you get a lot of those bookish subscription boxes, you wind up with like a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily want, which is one reason why I waited so long to join Fairy Loot, but so far I'm really enjoying it. Okay, so we're just gonna go through this together. So we have a little Blood and Ash like suitcase pin, which is super cute. We have a Sarah J Maas calendar, which is good. I have so many friends that love Sarah J Maas, so this is such a neat calendar. I also use these for like friends for Christmas time and stuff. There's a cute little wallet with a cat on it. It says lying, and it says I won't buy any more books. I'm not sure which fandom this is from though, but it's very cute. I have a Skyward patch, which is really cool. I need to read these books so badly. Got a Nerdy Post pin. Again, not sure which fandom this is for. Ooh, we have some gardening gloves that have like flowers and stuff on them. I'm not sure which one this is for, but I might keep these because I love to garden. We've got this large bookmark that says words have power. They have points and edges, and they can cut deep. And then it says, this is not the end of me. This is just one more enemy. Again, not sure what some of this is for, so I'll have to look things up later. She sent me some tarot cards. These are from Fairy Loot. We have a little owl crate. It says a Song of Achilles hand mirror. Oh my gosh, I might need to keep this. This is so cool. I've never seen anything like this for the book boxes. How fun. This would be really cool for a Retold-a-thon too, but I kind of love it. Then we have an Atlas 6 pillowcase, which I got this one in my last Fairy Loot as well, but I'm sure I can use this for a bookish giveaway. Another literary luggage pin. This one's for the Raven boys. I really like it because it has like mountains on it and stuff. Another pillowcase. This one says conquer your fear and you can conquer the world. Doesn't have the tag on it, so not sure, again, which one that's for. We've got some like nature stickers, which are really cool. And then they have like bookish stickers on the back. I Am Not Powerless. This is from the Dreams Descend duology, which I meant to read for Randomathon this year and I didn't get to it. Really cute little Cinderella silicone mold thing. So that's super fun. Ooh, looks like some like fantasy playing cards. More fantasy playing cards. It looks like these you could like collect them and build up a deck. Okay, so this is like a little pin holder that you can put your little travel pins on. This is really neat. So she sent me a Red London one, which is for, I believe, Darker Shade of Magic, which I so need to get to. And there's this other little tapestry. I am not sure what this is for. Maybe Shadow and Bone. Monsters of Verity keychain, which is from Victoria Schwab and like the Savage Song. Okay, then we have some Lake's Edge cable keepers. These are really cute. They're like kind of like a fake leather with the quotes and stuff from Lake's Edge. I need to reread that book because I didn't love it the first time, but I feel like it's one I'm gonna love. So I need to read it and then read the second one. And then we have some Darker Shade of Magic wooden wall banner. So it's like these little wooden plaques and they probably say something. That is so great. And also I got this Coastal Cleanse drink from the grocery store yesterday. This is like a local grocery store that I love. And it's got pineapple and apple juice, water, ginger and lemons, and then blue spirulina. So I thought this was like perfect for mermaid life, but also for me not feeling the best. So I'm doing some ginger shots and some other things as well, but hopefully this will help boost me up a little bit more. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay, it is now 5 p.m. Sorry, the light in my office is kind of bright right now. I survived Costco. Going the day before 4th of July was a choice and there were crazy amounts of people there, but I just ran in, I grabbed some flip-flops, I took a quick video of that amazing skeleton that I found because it was very cool. And I headed out. I'm so glad they have them. Now I have more to add to my present for my sister. And then I went to Kohl's and I just got like a couple more tank tops for summer. And then I spent like 2.5 hours cooking. So I made a bunch of different things because I have a lot of tomatoes. I have a lot of plums right now because my plums are ripening on my tree. And it's so funny because it looked like I wasn't gonna get as many as normal, but I didn't realize it was because the tree is a lot like bigger and the arms of the tree, they kind of like weep out. And I couldn't tell how many plums I had because the tree was so big that they looked more sparse, but I had so many baskets of plums. So I'm gonna take you and show you guys what I've been making so far. So I made cobbler, half blackberry. This is some of my blackberries and some from the store. Half plums, because I have so many plums. These are all mine. And then the crumble is made of einkorn flour, which is a really cool wheat that's like an ancient wheat that is easier to digest, and date sugar. And then I made a apple zucchini carrot loaf, also with einkorn flour and date sugar. I have some plum jam going in the crock pot. I have some German potato salad. This one has like a little bit less mayo, but more bacon and chives, and it's like our family's favorite. And these are all potatoes from my garden. This is how many plums I still have left, and I have a few more to pick, but I had like 4 of these baskets this year. It's been crazy. And then I also have some chicken broth going in the crock pot here. Then lastly, I made some corn and black bean salsa with my tomatoes and my onions. Yay! Having a weird dinner, so I'm having some leftover pulled pork that Jeff made, some of my potato salad, and then some mozzarella balls with one of my tomatoes because that's just how it is today. So I spent 2.5 hours making all of that food. Definitely worn out. Thank goodness for the new air unit in our kitchen that I can kind of crank up because I had to use the oven for a couple things, but are ready to go for tomorrow because tomorrow is 4th of July, and also today's my sister's birthday, but we're celebrating tomorrow. So lots of like food and fun things. We're gonna go swimming. We're gonna play some games. While I was cooking, I finished Sing Me to Sleep, and you guys, plot twist, this was 5 stars. Like, I did not see that coming. I was halfway through it earlier today, and I was like, I'm really enjoying this. This is like a 4-star. It's a really good fantasy. And then as I continued to listen, I was like, I am so invested in the outcome of these characters, and I am so in love with the love interest and bond between our main character and her sister and their family, and her hiding her siren powers, and I just had such a great time with it. This is first in a duology. It does end pretty well, so not like a major cliffhanger. I don't know why people are sleeping on this book, pun intended, because it is so good. So again, not super like mermaidy, but they do have like ocean and water magic in here, and there is a part that's like on a ship. It's just not as heavy as I would normally like. But as far as fantasies go, this is fantastic. The love interest is just too precious. I just really loved it. The audiobook is really good. The narrator was great. So such a shock to me, and once again, Fairy Loot does it. I think this is my 5th Fairy Loot that I've read, and almost all of them have become new favorite books or have been 5 stars. They have been doing so good with their young adult choices, and I'm just now realizing that there are like whales and stingrays and stuff on the back of this, so that's very cool. Yay, I'm glad. Another pretty book that I get to keep. So I just really enjoyed this so much. So I am gonna start another audiobook tonight. I'll probably only get an hour in. So I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I'm gonna go take Ledge for a walk because it has cooled off enough that I can take him for a walk. I did film a waterfall that you saw earlier before we went into Kohl's, because I found out during Hike-a-thon that there was like a hidden waterfall behind the Kohl's near me, which is really funny. I didn't like walk down to it or anything because I want to go with Jeff sometime, but I kind of filmed it from above. So I do have one water element for today, but I'm feeling good enough that I'm gonna go take Ledge to the park and take him on like a little walk hike, and it's cool enough now, and they have like a little lake and stuff that I can film too. So we're gonna go do that. I'm gonna start a new audiobook. I'm not sure what I'm starting yet, so I'll take you guys with me while I go on my walk, and then otherwise I will see you tomorrow. Mermaid Marathon day 4 and happy 4th of July. We are spending the day at my parents, hanging out with my sister and my brother for their birthday, and we're getting ready to go swimming. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Happy Mermaid Marathon day 5. It is Friday at 4 p.m. It's been a minute since I've chatted with you. I kind of predicted this because between my siblings' birthdays and the holidays and then Jeff having 4 days off, maybe not the best time for a readathon. So we may switch it up next year, I'm not sure. First, we're gonna talk about Wednesday night because Jeff and I started watching One Piece, which is based off the manga that I'm reading, which I'm almost done. I wanted to finish the first one before we started the show, but it's like a humongous manga series and I'm not gonna read them all before we watch the show, so it didn't make that big of a difference. I'm almost done with the manga though. The show is super, super cute. It's on Netflix. There's a live action show that's new last year, and then there's like an anime that's 22 seasons long. We're doing the live action show. It's very like quirky and weird, but like in the best way. I'm really liking it. Super piratey, super cute. We're halfway through the first season. There's only 8 episodes, so we're gonna try and finish that up tonight possibly, or at least the course over this weekend. Then on audio on Wednesday night, I started Emerge by Toby Easton. I wanted something that I was for sure was mermaidy because the first 2 audiobooks I read didn't have mermaids or pirates in them, and this is definitely mermaidy. This is the first in a young adult trilogy. It's definitely got like that old school young adult vibe, but I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it. Like, it's definitely on the younger side of YA. We're talking a lot about like high school things and like coming of age events, which is totally fine. Like, that's what a lot of young adults should be. So they're like half human, half mermaid, I believe. And there's like a war going on because of what happened in the events of The Little Mermaid. So our main character is like a descendant of that. Created a war between the humans and the mer people, but then she's like half mer, half human. So that part's really interesting. How they get their legs to come about is that they go through puberty and they're like basically thinking about sex or having feelings around sex. So I don't know how I feel about that. It's just kind of strange, and it seems to be like the main focus of the book, hence like Emerge. I don't know if this is what I'm going to read the whole series for, so I'm not adding it to my unfinished series list yet. I have about 2.5 hours left. It's fine. It's not like terrible, but it's definitely leaning a little bit more on the contemporary side than it is the fantasy side, which happens sometimes with our mermaid books. I've been meaning to read this for so long, so I'm glad we're finally getting to it. I didn't do any audiobooks yesterday, which we had a really good time yesterday. I like stayed in the pool and swam for 3 hours. I got very sunburned because I was like in the water. We had such a good time. It was so relaxing. We played games with my family. We had cake. I made cobbler. We had pizza and food, and we just kind of hung out the whole day. Ledge is exhausted. Like, we had a really good time, but it was also tiring and I just didn't leave any time for like audiobooking. I did, however, get almost halfway through Black Hearts. I did it once again. I started off so strong and I was like, maybe I'll finish 100 pages a day. That didn't happen, but that's okay. I'm really, really enjoying this still. My only issue with it so far is that we're almost halfway through and there's nothing piratey about it. Like, we're talking about like setting sail and going on a journey and being like kind of piratey, but none of that's happening yet. Like, everything is taking place on land in like this wealthier home where our main character works, and then there's like a little romance blossoming. But I'm really enjoying that element of it a lot. I love the characters. The writing is really fun. I just don't have a ton of piratiness to it yet, so hopefully that comes. So the clips you saw earlier today, Jeff and I, we went on like a little adventure. This happens every year and I'm always torn about whether I want to film about it or not. I am a true like summer girl at heart. Like, I want to be in the water, I want to be in the lake, in the pool, in the ocean. I want to get sunshine, I want to eat summer food, I want to be on the beach, like all those kinds of things. That mermaid life. However, I also truly adore Halloween. I plan a big Halloween party every year, and July is when we start getting the first signs of Halloween showing up in stores. And before all of you say it's too early, a lot of the reason is because like HomeGoods and TJ Maxx get like leftover stock from other things, and they don't really follow the same store schedules, so they get things like a couple months before the holiday. Places like Hobby Lobby and Michael's get things really early so that people can start making things to sell. So if you have like a crafting business, you're able to access the things that you need for later on. For those of us that like create things like content or crafts or whatever, we have to start early, because if you start doing that kind of stuff in October, you're just going to be scrambling because there's a lot to do. I actually start decorating my shelves at the very end of August. So as soon as I film all the videos I need for August, I start decorating my bookshelves. I did put a poll up on Instagram. You guys can let me know in the comments also. I have 3 options for decorations. I normally do pure like gothic black and white, and I love it, but I've done it for like 3 years in a row now, and I want to kind of mix it up. So I'm either going to do monster theme, which is like green and black, and I can use some of the green stuff I had from last year's Halloween party, or classic, which is like orange and black, which I don't do a lot of. I have some Disney orange and black stuff, but I don't have a ton, but I can kind of create some more things. Or I can do red and black and do like a vampire theme, and I do have a few red things. I thought about doing a vampire themed Halloween party this year, so let me know what option sounds good to you guys down below. This may or may not influence Not So Scary-a-thon as well. All that being said, Jeff took me to HomeGoods and Marshall's because some people on Instagram are posting that they're seeing Halloween stuff. I did see like one tiny little shelf in both stores, but nothing too exciting yet, which is okay. I tend to go a little wild because I get so excited. Coffee for Jeff and tea for me. And then lastly, we went to Book Off because we were near there, which is one of my favorite bookstores that we go to. It's a used bookstore. They also have like a lot of anime figurines and manga and different things, and their prices are really, really good. Like, majority of them are $7 and under, and they have a $1 to $2 section, which I kind of hang out in. I got a bunch of books, but I will show you guys later because I feel like I've been chatting a lot already. So right now I'm gonna go and try to get a chunk of my audiobook done while I clean up the kitchen and the house, use up some of my garden food and things like that, and then hopefully I will sit down and read a little bit later today. Okay, I think those are all the updates for now, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. and happy Mermaid Marathon, day 7 and the final day for week 1. I'm sorry I did not get a chance to check in with you guys yesterday. We did have a really nice day. Friday night we did not make it to the beach. We wound up just doing some things around the house and kind of just hanging out. And then yesterday we decided to take Ledge on a walk by the beach because it was a little bit cooler, and we walked from the main part of downtown to the harbor and we had lunch on the harbor. I haven't done that in so long and it was really fun. So we got to see the boats. I got to take some more book photos and things. I did not physically read anything yesterday. This is like one of the worst weeks of a readathon I have ever had. Like, just because it has been so busy with us having off for 4th of July and I just really wanted to enjoy like hanging out with Jeff and everything. We're doing okay, but we're just like a little bit behind by my standard. I think the B-roll and everything is going pretty well. I had plans to like make some mermaid food. I didn't get that done. Like a bunch of other things, but it's okay. Next week we're going to kick it into high gear because we don't have any more holiday excuses and I'll be back to kind of like my normal schedule and all that. So anyway, I'm sorry that I have not read a ton. Hopefully you're still enjoying the vlog and all the mermaid goodness. Okay, so reading updates. I don't think I physically read any more since I talked to you last, but I did finish Emerge by Toby Easton. So at first I was like not sure about this because the beginning part is super weird. I had 2 other friends say they temporarily DNF'd it because of that. In here we are following the mermaids, but they like live on land and they get their legs by basically going into puberty and kind of thinking about being with someone and having sex, which is kind of weird. And then her sister is having problems with her marriage because the mermaids are not normally monogamous, but the humans are, and they're trying to like blend the 2 cultures. And so it makes it seem like the entire thing is going to be like about sex, which I am not a big like smutty book person in general, but I really don't like much in young adult novels. I just don't personally think it's appropriate, especially since young adult starts at like around 13 or so, and I know even some middle graders will read them. Regardless, after you get past that beginning part, it actually does have a full plot and I really wound up enjoying it. So the cool thing about this is they are like the descendants of the Little Mermaid, and the Little Mermaid caused a war between the mermaids and the humans because of her actions. And so you're following the aftermath of that. They do have like their own language and their own kind of like political culture. This one is mostly set on land and does read slightly more like a contemporary. There are some kind of high school-y aspects in here. So definitely on like that younger side of YA, definitely on that more old school angsty kind of side. But I did like this overall. If you really like mermaids and you don't mind reading kind of those younger vibes, then I would recommend this one. This one leans a little bit more kind of like the Of Poseidon trilogy, and this is a trilogy as well. So I will be continuing on with the series just because I in particular like to read almost every mermaid book for the most part, and that way I can recommend things to you guys. You can get past that first part that kind of gives you like a weird vibe. I wound up liking it overall, and I thought the ending was really good, and I liked the love interest as well. So 3rd audiobook done. Then I started Compass and Blade by Rachel Greenlaw. I actually got this in the mail Thursday from Target. I went ahead and ordered a copy because I wanted it for my Instagram reel that I did for yesterday's photo challenge. I thought it was cool because I kind of opened up my treasure chest to reveal it. This is a YA new release for 2024 that I was really excited about. I've been saving for the readathon, and it involves a treasure hunt. I don't know if there are mermaids or pirates in here, but I believe there probably are going to be. We're on the remote Isle of Rosevere, and Mira, like her mother before, is a wrecker, one of the 7 on the rope who swim out to shipwrecks to plunder them. Mira's job is to rescue survivors, if there are any. She never feels the cold of the frigid ocean waters, and the waves seem to sing to her soul, but the people of Rosevere never admit the truth that they set the beacons themselves to lure the ships into the rocks. When the Council Watch lays a trap to put an end to the wreckings, they arrest Mira's father, and desperate to save him from the noose, Mira strikes a deal with an enigmatic wreck survivor guarding layers of secrets behind his captivating eyes, and sets off to find something her mother has left her, a family secret buried in the sea. I'm thinking that she might secretly be a mermaid. I have put this under the pirate category for books to complete because it has a treasure hunt and those like shipwrecking situations, but I'm guessing there might be some mermaid siren lore in here. So I'm really liking it so far. The audiobook narrator is very good. The story is intriguing, and I'm hoping to get this done today. We are headed to the beach. We're going to be brave. It is 4th of July weekend, so this is going to be a risky, crazy time. We're actually gonna go have an actual beach day. We're taking Ledge. We haven't brought Ledge to the beach in like a couple of years because not all of the beaches allow dogs. So we're gonna take Ledge, hang out, we're gonna read, we're gonna eat some sandwiches, and just overall have a good time. So I will check in with you guys when I get home. I'm gonna bring my physical book with me. I'm gonna bring my graphic novel in the car, and that is the plan for today. I'll have some nice footage for the last day of the readathon. So I will check in with you guys soon. Hey guys, happy Monday. It is technically week 2 of the readathon. I did not get a chance to check in again last night, so I wanted to check in here and kind of update you on all things Sunday, final day of week 1. We had such an amazing day yesterday. We have not done like a long day at the beach like that in so long. We always just go for like an hour or two, which is so nice, and I'm so grateful that we can do that. But it was so nice to like bring lunch, bring the tent, bring the pup, and just like hang out for like 3 or 4 hours. We had a really great time. The water was super warm. Ledge had the time of his life, and he was like so good. He gets very excited and barky around other dogs, but he like barely had any issues at all and was just like such a sweet boy. We had so much fun. We also went and got coffee afterwards on the way home, and yeah, we just had a great time. So I got to 240 pages into Black Hearts. I read over 100 pages at the beach. Apparently I need to just be at the beach or pool in order to read a lot, which makes sense. I am really enjoying this. However, we're just now at this 240 page mark, and we are just now talking about pirates. The main character's dad is getting like a ship ready for like a trading deal, and our main character does talk about wanting to be free on the open water and sailing, but the majority of this is about the love story between the servant girl that works for his dad and that main character. And I know this is supposed to be like a backstory on Blackbeard, but once again, slightly misleading cover and title, as I was hoping for more like nautical piratey sailing vibes. I'm assuming that will be more heavy in the second book based on whatever happens in here, but I have less than 100 pages left, and we are not on the water. We're not around pirates. There's just like a small mention of piracy being present. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. I'm still really enjoying this book for what it is, but if you're looking for something like super piratey, so far not so much. So we'll keep you updated. I'm all dressed piratey today for the week 2 of the readathon, so you'll be seeing this again in the second reading vlog. And then I have just under 6 hours left in Compass and Blade. I am really enjoying this. It's written really well. The 2024 new releases are just crushing it this year. The writing is so good. They suck you in. I'm really loving the narrator for this on audiobook. I just didn't get a lot of audiobooking time yesterday. We came home and I just started making some Mermaid bookmarks for my authors that I need to send out finally. We're gonna do some more of that for the next reading vlog as well, but really enjoying this one. So I technically have 2 piratey reads going. I'm hoping we get mermaids in here at some point. There are mentions of like mermaids and sirens, which is really cool, but I'm enjoying both of these. And then lastly, I wanted to show you guys the books that I got at Book Off, because I never showed you like I said I would, because I just crashed after we went. So we're gonna do that now. So I got quite a few books, but a lot of them were for friends or for giveaways, and these are the 4 that I got for myself. So I got Gilded by Marissa Meyer. here. This one I paid a little bit more for, so this was like the $5.50. This is part of a young adult duology, and this is a retelling of Rumpelstiltskin. I love Marissa Meyer. She's one of my favorite authors. This book is a little bit more on the darker, slightly spooky side compared to her other books, which are not that way really at all. But I really enjoyed it, especially this first one. Our main character likes to spin tales, and then she spins this rumor that she can spin gold, and she draws the attention of the Earl King, and he comes and whisks her away and demands that she spins gold for him. So really cool. Excited to finally have a copy because I have the second one already. I got Clash of Steel by C.B. Lee. I spent more for this one because I've been wanting it for a while. This one was $7.50. So this is a Treasure Island remix. So essentially a retelling. I believe there's a female romance in here. I'm not entirely sure. This is young adult. There are a few of these like remix books that I've been wanting to get to. The cover is really stunning. I'm going to save this one for Retoldathon. This will work for future Mermaid marathons as well because there's pirates in here obviously. So sounds good. Queen of Ruins by Tracy Banghart. This is part of a young adult duology that the first one is Grace and Fury. I know it has something to do with like royalty, and one of my friends really loves this duology, so now I have the second one. This one was $1. And then again, I spent a little bit more to get Sherwood by Megan Spooner because this is a book that I love so much and I talk about constantly, and I never have one to take a photo with. Again, another one for Retoldathon. So this is a Robin Hood retelling. I love Megan Spooner's writing, and this twist on Robin Hood is so good, so unique. You're following Maid Marian in this one, and Robin Hood is dead, and basically Maid Marian starts taking over where he left off. It's so good, and it has a cute little love story, and it's just very unexpected. One of my favorite retellings ever. Okay, so I wanted to show you that before we closed out this vlog since I mentioned it here. So we're gonna wrap this up here. Let me know if you enjoyed yourself. Hit me up with a pirate or a mermaid emoji down below if you made it this far. I'm very excited this weekend is over because I did not get a ton of reading done like I wanted to, but I have big plans for next week, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time on The Bright Side.